G'day everybody and welcome to another episode of Automotive Carnage. Today we've got something a little bit different for you today, something we have never done before and in an area we have never been. So today we are in Adelaide. We're down here for a bit of a family holiday, never been to this town, which is quite interesting. I have a few little goodies here and we're going to go give them to a mate who I think you guys might recognise. So let's come on in here and see what we got. Good morning, sir. It's amazing what happens. I brought a mirror for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know
I
that
was
one.
actually looking for a wire brush. Hey, the stuff.
You weren't pretending to work, are you?
Yeah, no, I was working.
Yeah, sure, totally. So that's right, we are down here in Adelaide to catch up with Graham from xacoupeguy, or Graham's Restorations, and to have a bit of a look around his workshop and the vehicles that he's currently working on. And there's some real interesting vehicles in here that we'll, I guess we'll have a chat now, see what you got. What's that?
That is a 1973 Ford Landau.
Landau, so 1,300 of these made? Yes, so, and you've
They're based on the two-door Falcon coupe, if you haven't already worked that out.
worked that out, which makes these pretty cool.
So they blank out the quarter windows with these. So under this is still the original awesome shape and glass. They just put a blank over it to make it look different. And then a big vinyl roof that comes down to about here.
That's right. So I've never found one of these in the bush yet, but I don't think so. I've only 1,300 made, but you never know. I've seen an XA coupe, which I think was a GT actually, to get pulled out of the Northern Territory border from another friend who watches, but I don't think we'll find the Landau. Anyway, this one...
You might find a P5 LTD, which is the sedan version of this.
I wonder if I have.
They've got the same front and flip-up headlights and stuff.
No, I found a ZF.
Which is an XA, fairly.
So, yes.
That's one you sent me.
Yes, that's right.
Totally
So, yeah.
rescue that at some point.
We should. You should come over and do it. Come on.
I'll wait till the child's a bit older.
It's only a short drive.
How far was it?
Well, it's only 5 k's out of town. No, 10 k's out of town.
How far is it from here?
2,000 kilometers.
I worked out how much money I've spent on cars in my time of being on this planet.
Oh no.
Purchase price added up together of all the cars we've bought worked out to be $180,000 of cars.
That's an equation you should never work out.
It's like 11 XB Falcons, 6 XC Falcons, Fairlanes, just lots of cars.
It's crazy. And
But
now,
when they were cheap.
exactly. And now just one of these is getting up to that kind of price, isn't it?
There's one of these for sale currently, and it's a stripped out shell that's been blasted, slightly surface rusty, in a pile of parts sort of tucked together. It's 40 grand.
40 grand just for the shell.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Is this one going to be matching numbers?
This is, yeah, it's going to be polar white and all that stuff. So it's actually going to be kind of like what the other one in the shed that you'll see later is, but before it was blue.
Before it was blue. Right.
So that was
way.
white,
Yeah.
but I'd done everything. And I said to my brother, "So you sure you want this colour? Because polar white's not a good colour."
It's pretty boring.
And he goes, yeah. And then he painted it. And then 5 minutes after getting his Raptor, he's like, "You know what I want? I want my Landau that colour too." And I was just like...
Moving right along.
Excuse me while I try and kill you.
So we're definitely going to go check that one out. The blue on that is absolutely amazing. You may have seen it in one of his videos. If you haven't, go check out xacoupeguy on YouTube. If you want to learn how to do this kind of stuff and fix old coupes and...
Well, no, we don't just fix coupes.
I was going to say, or XY.
W.
W,
I'll
XWs.
backhand you for that one. No.
Everyone else in the internet world as well. I always get it wrong.
It is very hard to pick them when they're a stripped out shell like this.
I know, but you were saying before, I figured this out. We look up here and we have those two holes, which are the bracket for the fenders.
Yes, on an XY, there is an extra bracket that's welded on here that the guards bolt onto.
Ah, see, I know that.
That's one of the quickest ways to pick them, but that's assuming that it's still got those on it.
So this one, I mean, there's some of it left, but there's definitely big chunks missing. So this one's going to take you, what, 12 months or so, you reckon?
If I was working on it solidly, it could be done in about 3, but it's with... There's a couple more cars to come still. It's all got to be done when it can get done.
And of course, you are still a business, so you've got to be like, manage each customers and keep them all going and
$80
keeping them
now,
happy.
you can get someone a pretty big bill pretty quickly.
Especially when you've got that much work to do. And I found this interesting too, is that lovingly gas-axed hole is factory on these cars.
Yep, that's how they were done.
Ford know how to save money.
They didn't care.
They did not care.
They don't even care that much. All they have to do is outlive their warranty, which is only like a year or a couple of years.
Oh, especially back then. I mean,
They never thought they would last this long.
isn't there stories of these things rusting within the first couple of years of them actually
If you
coming out?
looked at FG Falcons lately, you catch the right one of those, they're rusty as well.
Oh, an FG.
Yeah,
Hey, speaking of FG,
yeah,
there's
there's one.
one.
Don't look at that one, kids.
That's the one that you were meant to finish before I finished the VE, and you didn't. And now that kind of challenge dissipated.
Some stuff happened, some things got in the way. You know how it is.
So this one here, for the guys who don't know, is Graham's $50,000 challenge you're doing?
Yes, if I ever get to it.
If you ever get around to it again, start it up again. Buying cars at auctions, which is something I dearly miss. I miss wreckers, and I miss car auctions, and I miss being able to make stupid financial decisions and buying vehicles that I really don't need.
Well, you were having a field day at the wreckers we walked through the other day, which I can't believe we didn't film.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we went to a U Pullet wreckers, and I haven't been to one of those for over 8 years. And I was just like, oh, there's that, this, and it was amazing. I taught him some stuff about Japanese cars, which you guys aren't interested in. But
It's gone in one ear and out the other.
pretty much. And then over next to that, we have a XD. XD?
Yes.
Yes. They just look like big blooming ice cream boxes to me.
The guy who designed it had a set square, and that's about all he had.
And that's it. He put a little bit of curve in there.
I always said it was designed by a 2-year-old. It's a square.
It's a box on wheels.
It's a brick.
But this one is a very special brick because it is ex-police highway patrol.
New South Wales.
So it is,
They had all cool cars.
yeah, they did. Back then they did anyway.
So it's a GL Falcon, so base model. Actually, you could get more base model than GL. You could just get Falcon.
Let's get Falcon.
So like, you go Falcon 500 is the base model. No, you can get a Falcon which doesn't even have armrests in the front. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a GL base model, but it is a limited slip, 28 spline,
Yeah.
diff, tramp rods, 351.
So all the good stuff you actually care about for going faster. Because you need to catch those perps.
Yeah, to catch fools.
That's right. Because in the 80s, it was okay to go fast. And even the police went fast, but now they just use technology and catch them with helicopters.
We've done a lot of rust repairs to this car too, by the way.
That's just cheating. Oh yeah, so that roof is somehow the customer found a new old stock roof skin. They are very, very rare.
Incredibly rare.
Incredibly rare, especially new old stock. That's really cool. I can't quite walk down the side there,
We've got
sorry
stuff
guys.
packed in here pretty good. It's got a new old stock driver's door skin on it too.
Oh, okay. So there you go. So hey,
This guy, and it's also got a new old stock rear tail light panel on it as well.
see, this guy finds all the good stuff.
This guy loves his new old stock parts.
Ah, there you go. Whereas,
Ask me where he finds it, but the rust rear panel on that side was actually cut off a new old stock quarter panel.
that's a lot of new old stock stuff.
Yeah, so no, it's only the tip of the iceberg with that guy. I'm sure he's got
Oh
a
my
lot
gosh.
more.
And I guess we'll find out in the coming months on your channel, I suppose.
There's only a couple of rust repairs left to go on this car, and then it's bodywork and paint.
Which we don't do here.
No, I try and avoid paint. I'm dabbling. I do. Say if I need a bumper bar done or a bonnet or something, I'll do that. But I'm not painting a whole car in here because it's just endless work.
Painting is not fun. I learned that with the Sylvia. Painting cars is really quite tedious.
It's stressful.
Very stressful. And then over here
It's actually a really good one. This one.
is another Falcon coupe. This one is GT.
No,
Oh. What is it then?
it is a Fairmont GS, which is about as close as to a GT as you can get.
So in the coupes, you've got the coupe, GT, the Fairmont, and a Landau.
All right, we'll start you from the base. You got Falcon 500, Fairmont, Fairmont GS in this particular model, which became Fairmont Gear, and then they went GT. And then above that, you had Landaus and LTDs.
So even though it's a coupe, you still had the full range of Falcon trim.
Yes, you could get this in a Fairmont, Fairmont GS, Falcon, Falcon 500, and GT trim.
Well, there you go.
And technically, with the body shape, you could get LTD, which is a Landau.
Right. That's, okay, I thought it was just like GT, fast one, and then Landau, luxury one. I didn't realise
They
there
made
was...
base model coupes. This car was a 6-cylinder car originally.
Oh, okay.
So
Right.
never had a GS bonnet. This car was a Povo pack, it wasn't. No, it's just a base model Fairmont, not GS. Sorry, my bad. The guy's done this to it.
Right.
It is a factory 6-cylinder Fairmont.
There we go. Okay, I always thought they were all V8s. I guess because everyone just shoves V8s in them.
You can even find Fairlanes with 6 cylinders in them. Seen it done.
Fairlanes was like, okay, well there we go. So this one's definitely not going to be matching numbers then.
No, absolutely not. Fairmonts have like chrome across the top of the doors.
Hence all the little knobbly bits on there.
Yes, they are painful to sand around.
Oh, that would be, yes.
Yeah, you catch yourself.
Like
That's
actually
the same-
physically painful, not just tedious painful.
That's the same as what's holding my body style moldings on my sedan on the side. So they're gonna that's how the little green clips go on them and the molding snap on top.
Okay.
And the Fairmonts have a longer piece of trim. Obviously, the gullet continues all the way along and down the front, whereas the Falcon side runner just ends about here.
Right.
And it's smooth across the top.
Well, there you go. You know a lot about your Falcons.
Oh, I am a bit of an encyclopedia on them.
There you go. That's
There are people who know more than me.
Oh, dude, I'm just like learning so much just from talking to you. It's incredible. So, any idea what he's going to put in this one?
It's already got a V8 into it.
Oh, okay.
So I believe it's a 302, but it might be a 5.1.
Yeah.
Because it's been played with, you just can't tell anymore.
Nah, that's right. Just paint it blue and it's a 5.1.
So also these bonnets, people get funny about these bonnets. They go, oh, it's got the lockdowns, it's a GT. Not true. XBs had the lockdowns, Fairmonts had the lockdowns, if you had a Fairmont GS.
Yeah.
XC bonnets, GS bonnets, are the same, but they don't have lockdowns. So if you find the scoops, it's actually an XC bonnet if it doesn't have lockdowns.
Well, there you go.
I'm sure somebody out there who is more of a whiz on that will correct me.
Probably. Oh, I just noticed it's got side pipes too.
I was going to say, I'll see if this starts, because it does run.
Okay, here we go. This will be my first cold start video. Apparently they're all the rage on the internet. That car sounds like it wants to run you down, hit you onto the ground, and then burn out on your dead body. And then obviously various parts that you have in a workshop. But this is awesome because these, I can find a vehicle in the bush and it's, passed on to the next person, but these are the kind of people I love passing on to because Graham knows what he's doing. I don't. I mean, you guys,
sure?
you guys even saw on the video of trying to get a blooming car onto a trailer, I struggled with that even. So to just be able to find the vehicles and pass them on to people and just get these vehicles going again and in such great condition. Obviously, it looks like a wreck at the moment because it's all hodgety-podge in different colors and that, but it's because of people like this that it gets smooth and the paint goes on beautifully, I reckon. So
this is a really good coupe. This one's been stashed for a very long time.
It has, because I'm noticing things on this that is just cleaner and smoother than that one over there.
A lot of this car was still wearing its original paint.
Which is quite impressive.
It's very rare.
Yeah, very impressive.
Like there under the back panel, that's all original factory paint, even a bit of pen mark right here from the factory.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Nobody's touched that.
No.
It's not even rusted out.
So that's definitely not been rear-ended at any time in its life. So really, really cool. So pretty much, thanks for showing us around your shop. But I hear you have more vehicles.
Yes, we shall go suss them in a minute.
We shall see.
But a minute will be a little while.
It will be. The most glorious blue I've ever seen on a vehicle, especially on a shape like this. So let's go check those ones out now. Okay, so here we go. You've been through the workshop with us and there's some absolutely amazing vehicles there and I really appreciate just the work that Graham puts into them. So now we're at his place to see a couple more personal projects. You may have seen them on his channel. And first up we have over there a wonderful looking EJ Holden. And the first thing you'll notice, there's a lot cleaner and has a lot more parts on it than what I find in the bush.
Well,
yeah,
you say parts, but it's sort of parts in close formation. It's a pile of parts.
It's a pile of parts. So this one here is the one that you've been slowly piecing together out of all the stuff you've got lying around, that's right?
Unlike people in the bush, these aren't just lying around in cities. You actually have to go hunting for these things. I had to go all the way to Murray Bridge to get this thing, which is like Okay, so in the bush things are further away.
Just a
Murray
little bit.
Bridge is a country drive here.
A country drive,
With
so
60 k's.
60 k's. Yeah, okay. Well, the
You
last
travel a couple of hundred.
the last vehicle I went and rescued was 250 k's away. So
Yeah. It's just a little drive.
just a small drive.
Yeah, this was effectively in the country. The dude had 3 of them, and this was the best one of the lot of them. He also had HTs and HRs and all that gibberish, and nobody likes that stuff.
Yeah. I like HRs, man. Like, I can't tell you guys why I like HRs, but I like HRs. So also, you guys might remember that we actually chopped up a EJ Holden for the plenum, which, you know, obviously sits along here. And we chopped that out and sent it over to Graham. That's not for this vehicle. This is another body that you found, obviously, as you said, just up the road. And so that plenum has now gone on to...
They went to Darwin.
They went to Darwin.
Yes.
I don't know it went that far away.
Yeah, don't you? You just don't listen.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
No. That I deemed that body shell to be not worth fixing. Like once I got into it, I was like, oh, the plenum chamber is rusty, and then the floors. But then it started getting into like the A pillars and inner frames and stuff were really bad, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I could find a better body shell. And actually, one of my viewers, a lovely chap I met yonks ago, first person I met outside of YouTube.
Hey, there you go.
He sent me a link to Marketplace and said, this EJ might tickle your fancy. And I said, yes it would. I went and looked at it and I was like, hell yeah.
So it's a lot straighter. It does have, obviously, rust. It is still like, what, 50?
1962.
1962, so it's old. So obviously the Y-frames are a little bit corroded there, but nothing, I'm sure, that you can't fix.
Well, you can buy the legs and stuff, but I do have another pair of Y-frames that don't have any rust in them, so they're going to go straight on.
Well, that's just cheating if you buy it.
What?
You're meant to be a panel beater, man.
There comes a point in time where sometimes it's easier just to buy a new piece.
Yeah, well, that's true. So that's personal projects. So that, unfortunately, the personal ones always get put on the back burner a bit, don't they?
That's why there's an FG workshop doing nothing.
Exactly. And if we look down here, he has plenty more parts left over to source from. But it's what's inside this shed here that I find the most interesting, because it's complete stark different to what we generally find lying around in the bush.
Oh, you'd like it open, wouldn't you?
1973 Landau. Did I say that right? Okay, I always...
The Landau is an American term.
It just looks beautiful. Raptor blue?
So the 2019 Ford Ranger Raptors, this is the colour.
That's the colour. And it
They
looks...
only made like 3 colours, I think. Grey, black and blue. Or something like that. Maybe red.
I'll tell you, the blue suits this body lines really, really well. It actually pops quite well in the camera, which...
It is absolutely filthy. It has been in here for months.
Yeah, like there is dust and gum tree debris all over the roof, which you can just see a sheen of it over there.
It's amazing what comes through a completely sealed roof.
But even in the camera, it just pops so brightly, actually. It looks better in the camera than
when it's shiny,
in person.
this is a good colour.
This is fantastic. And 95, 98% complete. Like you've got most of the parts.
When we bought this car, it was 100% complete minus the vinyl roof chrome. So it was a complete car. We have everything.
Yeah. Are you going to do a vinyl roof again?
Problem is, the roof is divided by obviously vinyl, big padded roof, and then there's chrome mouldings that go around it.
Yeah.
But considering it, day one, they only made 1,300 Landaus ever.
Ever.
So there's only 1,300 sets of those chrome. They're impossible to get. Last set I saw of the mouldings came up on eBay, sold in about 5 seconds for $1,000.
Far out, just for some
By
chrome
the time I
strips.
saw them, they were sold.
That's incredible.
So we may have to run without a vinyl roof.
Which, I mean, it's an old vehicle, so you got to make compromises here and there. But it is really, really well. And Graham's done quite a bit of work on this. You started working on this before you did your YouTube, so...
Yeah, I've been working on this car on and off for 5 years.
5 years, so there is some awesome work. You were saying before, if we go down this way, this whole section through here, this quarter, from there all the way down to about that body line, is all being replaced as well. And that's just one of the sections. Whole strips of the roof.
There's a big one on this side as well.
Oh, for that side?
Yeah, so on this side, there's a section about nearly 1 metre long.
Yep.
That goes up like that are replaced.
Far out. But that's just what it's getting to if you want to start rescuing these vehicles. And oh, this is an awesome colour, so I think this one's really going to pop.
I believe the grand total of numbers of two-door Falcons ever made is only about 22,000 or something like that.
Yeah, not many, eh?
Nope.
Oh, well,
Surprising how many survived.
it is actually. I mean, you can still find lying around. Also, this is matching numbers, yeah?
the matching numbers, 351 FMX 9-inch. There is a 9-inch diff under the back of this car.
Awesome. And it's currently getting rebuilt, the 351?
The engine is off at Landau Engine Works, being rebuilt.
Awesome. So there we
Obviously
go.
they have a pretty big backlog, so it's going to be a while.
Yeah, there's not too much to show you in
We
there
haven't
at
done
the
the
moment.
engine bay yet.
No. But bodywork pretty much ready.
So what we've got to do the other panels. So basically everything you see here is what's done.
Ah, okay.
See, here's something really cool. This is an original radiator for an Holden. See how it's honeycomb?
Yeah.
And it says Nasco right there.
Oh, it's an actual Nasco.
Yep.
Not a Nasco reproduction.
No, that is a genuine original radiator.
Ooh.
And it still holds pressure.
So much pressure. Well, there you go. Someone will get excited about that.
I paid $20 for that at the swap meet.
I so want to go to a swap meet. I've never been to one. Never actually been to a swap meet.
That's where you get most of your parts.
I know. It's where I need to get rid of a lot of my parts sitting in my shed, but swap meets are pretty rare in the desert, unfortunately.
Well, you'd be the only one going to them. Hey guys, want to see it?
There you go. I shall buy that part.
Yeah.
So we'll end that there. We'll end this episode on absolutely beautiful Landau, a fantastic work in progress. It's taken 5 years to get to this stage. I'm sure, unfortunately, it's going to take a few more years to finish off.
It all depends. It's all money contingent, really.
It is.
The interior is actually, the 4 bucket seats are actually been retrimmed and done.
Yep.
The door trims are currently front and back, and some of the kick trims are all being redone right now.
Yep.
So it is progressing. It's just extremely expensive and slow.
That's true.
But that's just life, really. That's why my stuff, well, it's a pretty big workload, as you well know.
Yeah.
I can only do one thing at one time.
That's it. So yeah, thank you very much everyone for tuning in. A little bit different episode. Next one, I'm not too sure where I'm going to be or what it's going to be about. So my next stop is Brisbane. It's been absolutely awesome spending some time here in Adelaide. Never been here before. I'm just rambling now for the sake of it. So catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.